The iPhone 15 is tipped to bring some big changes in terms of design and features, and we're tracking all the rumors and leaks for the new iPhones. For example, it looks as though Apple will finally embrace USB-C charging and ditch the Lightning port. We could also see the iPhone 15 feature a rounded design to make it more comfortable to hold, as well as upgrades to the cameras, chipset, and more. Rumored features also suggest that Apple plans to keep a very large divide between iPhone 15 versus iPhone 15 Pro. The iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max are both expected to feature a powerful new 3 nanometers, a 17 bionic chip, and a titanium-sided design, with the Pro Max possibly boasting a new periscope zoom lens on top of that.
For its 2022 releases, Apple killed the iPhone mini and introduced the iPhone 14 Plus instead. That simplified the choice. Whether you wanted to go Pro or not, you could get either a 6.1 or a 6.7-inch screen. We have more on why the iPhone 15 mini is unlikely to return this fall. When the iPhone 15 lineup does emerge, we will probably see the following 4 models: the iPhone 15, iPhone 15 Plus, iPhone 15 Pro, and iPhone 15 Pro Max. A recent TrendForce report used these names to highlight expected iPhone 15 features, so keeping the same naming convention seems like a real possibility. However, we could see huge iPhone 15 versus iPhone 15 Pro differences this year, as only the Pro models are tipped to feature the new A17 bionic chip and titanium design. Plus, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is expected to get a periscope zoom camera. This leads us to believe Apple may be neglecting the regular iPhone 15.
There had been talk of an iPhone 15 Ultra model, mostly from reliable tipster Mark Gurman, opens in new tab. But Gurman subsequently updated that forecast, saying that an iPhone Ultra won't appear until 2024, with the expectation that such a phone would launch alongside the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Evidently, the iPhone 16 Plus may be the one getting the boot. But we may be getting ahead of ourselves, talking about 2024 when 2023's phones have yet to arrive. For a breakdown of what to expect from Apple's highest-end model, check out our iPhone 15 Pro Max versus iPhone 14 Pro Max comparison for the biggest upgrades.
The last iPhone to sport a curved edge display was the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Several design leaks for the iPhone 15 suggest that it could restore that phone's curved design, even if leakers say that the display will remain flat. That said, all iPhone 15 models could have thinner, curved bezels. Opens in new tab. Similarly, the camera bump on the back of the iPhone 15 could have a new design. The rumors have yet to tell us how, though, beyond it being larger and thicker than before. The iPhone 15 Pro may see the most dramatic increase, as early renders show the individual lenses have doubled in size from the previous generation. The iPhone 15 Pro Max doesn't appear to have anywhere near as big an increase planned. Leaked designs show its lenses protrude less than the iPhone 14 Pro Max's, which would support rumors that the Pro Max could sport a new periscope zoom lens.
Bloomberg's Mark Gurman claims all iPhone 15 models will get the dynamic island, which has been backed up by alleged real-life photos of the standard iPhone 15. This could see more developers get spurred on to making apps that adapt to the morphing camera cutout display feature, further adding to its capabilities. It may well be a new type of dynamic island too, as Apple's rearranging some of the sensors inside the phone, leaks say. Don't expect to see the promotion adaptive refresh rate appear on the standard iPhone 15 model, however. Despite originally launching on the iPhone 13 Pro, Ross Young claims that the standard models won't be getting the silky smooth LTPO displays until at least 2025. Renders reportedly based on CAD files for the iPhone 15 Plus show off the above changes, with a dynamic island replacing the notch found on the iPhone 14 Plus and the Lightning port getting replaced by USB-C.
Initially, Ming-Ching Kuo claimed that 2 iPhone 15 models would feature solid-state buttons, similar to the home button found in the likes of the iPhone SE. This was lent more weight by another claim by Barclays analysts, who have the iPhone 15 Pro tipped to get solid-state buttons, and analyst Jeff Pu, who added that Apple would use extra Taptic Engine vibration motors to give feedback for these buttons. The The benefit to such a design would be fewer moving parts exposed to external elements, potentially making for a more durable iPhone, while still delivering a tactile button feel via haptics. However, both Quo and Pooh have since changed their tune, and now claim Apple won't be offering solid-state buttons on the iPhone 15 Pro after all, citing the complexity of the feature. Instead, solid-state buttons may get pushed back to the iPhone 16 Pro in 2024. A more believable rumor claims that both iPhone 15 Pro models could come with an action button, like that of the Apple Watch Ultra.
Apple is swapping the Lightning port on the iPhone 15 devices for a USB-C port, which will allow it to comply with new regulations implemented in Europe. These regulations require Apple to produce iPhones with USB-C ports in Europe, so Apple either needs to make a worldwide design swap or develop special iPhones for sale in Europe. Reliable sources that include Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, and others have said that Apple is going to make the change, adopting a USB-C port instead of a Lightning port for charging purposes. With this transition, the Mac, iPhone, and iPad will all charge using USB-C, allowing Apple customers to charge their devices with one charging standard.
Not a lot of rumors about what colors Apple will include with the different iPhone 15 models have emerged just yet. The most prominent rumor from 9 to 5 Mac, opens a new tab, claims the iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max will feature a dark red color option. That same report also claimed Apple was look at light blue and pink as color options for the iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Plus. A subsequent post on Weibo claims that a cyan or green color option is slated for those two models as well. That same Weibo poster also suggested that the iPhone 15 would swap the glossy back of the iPhone 15 for a frosted glass back. Before you dismiss that claim out of hand, it's coming from the same person who correctly forecast the arrival of the yellow iPhone 14.
One of the earliest rumors of the iPhone 15 includes a likely upgrade to a new camera. After raising the megapixels bar to 48 MP on the iPhone 14 Pro models, word is that a new iPhone could finally get a periscope camera for better long-range photography and zoom capabilities, supposedly along with improved lenses for better quality photos. This is something that Android handsets in our best camera phones list have done for some time, and it would be great to see Apple finally offering this. Though, as ever, we'd be very surprised if this wasn't initially Pro only, if it arrives in 2023 at all. Analysts at Nomura believe that the basic iPhone 15 will get a Pro-like camera this time. In a note, they mention, they will have main cameras, wide, upgraded to 48 MP with image sensor size at 1/1.5, slightly smaller than the iPhone 14 Pro's 48 MP sensor size, but much better than iPhone's 12 MP1.
We had assumed Apple would stick to form and come out with 4 models that match the current iPhone offerings, with 6.1-inch iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Pro OLED panels, and 6.7-inch iPhone 15 Plus and iPhone 15 Pro Max screens. There could be a slight change to that though, as the iPhone 15 could be a 6.2-inch phone. Also, the iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Plus will get dynamic islands instead of notches, and all 4 models in the family will get slightly curved bezels, say new leaks. The iPhone 15 Pro Max has been tipped for a 500 nit display. This would be well above the rated 2000 nits the iPhone 14 Pro Max and possibly the brightest panel ever on a phone. This tidbit comes from Shrimp Apple Pro opens a new tab, and Orex Day opens a new tab on Twitter. Another source has claimed Apple will be upgrading the iPhone 15 series display driver chip to 1 on a much smaller and more efficient process. That could mean better battery life across the board without having to increase the BAT.